Wow. Hi everyone, this is Catherine, and today I'm going to be doing a Best Books of 2014 haul. I don't really have a specific list of favorites in numerical order or anything. I just have picked a bunch of books that I really loved reading this year, and they might not have been published in 2014. They might have been published 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever, but I love these books and I enjoyed reading all of them this year. The first one is If I Stay by Gayle Forman. I loved reading this book because it was about a girl faced with a really impossible choice. It was whether to go on with her life or to go with her family who had all been killed in a car crash, and she's in a coma and she has to make this decision for herself. I think the main character, Mia, is really inspiring to me as an artist because she's a cellist. I'm in orchestra, I play the viola, and I absolutely love all the musical references that this book has to offer, and it's got a great storyline and beautiful writing, so I highly recommend it. The next book is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, and as cheesy as the title may sound to you, it's actually a great book with very likable characters. I really love Anna, the main character, obviously. She's moved to a French boarding school in Paris for American students. I really liked this book because it was cute and it was funny. It had likable characters, a likable plot, beautiful plot actually. Paris is probably the most beautiful city I have ever seen. It's really got all the elements that you want in a book to read just for fun. It's not going to be particularly emotionally taxing, but it's very fluffy and very nice, and I enjoyed reading this book a lot. The next book is Silent Echo by Elisa Freel, and I actually did a book review on this earlier. It's about a girl who finds out that she is a siren and that she has all these incredible powers that she never knew even existed, and she has to learn how to deal with all these powers while she's growing up and maturing as a siren. This story has a really fast-paced plotline, and the story goes so fast you just want to keep turning pages until it's over. I finished it within a couple of days. It's not an overly long read, and it probably won't take very long, but there's a lot of details and beautiful elements packed in there. Next is City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare, and this is the final installment to the Mortal Instruments series. I started reading the Mortal Instruments about 1.5 years ago, and I just sped through all those books, and I was so psyched when this book came out in May. It promised a great ending, and some really heartbreaking things happened. It was just so much fun to read, and I'm really sad that the series is over, but Cassandra Clare writes books like nobody's business, so I'm sure there'll be another one out within 2015, which I'm also very excited for. The next book is This Star Won't Go Out by Esther Earl. If you don't know who Esther is, she's a nerd fighter, and she was friends with John Green, and in part is the inspiration for The Fault in Our Stars. This book is basically a collection of journal entries from Esther, who was an aspiring author and now is one. And it's also got memories from her parents, from her friends, and even an introduction from John Green. All I can really say about this book is that it was so inspiring. I have never been more inspired by a person. Esther, you're my hero. You're everything I want to be in a person. You have all the positivity that I want to have, and I wish I could have met you. The next book is Looking for Alaska by John Green, and this book is phenomenal. This book is not only on my list of top 2014 books, it is also on my list of top books ever. I think this is my second favorite book that has ever been written, and it's just got incredible characters, incredible humor, and a very intriguing plotline. It's not typical. It makes you think, and it makes you consider bigger topics than you usually consider in books. So I really like the way this book was able to make me look at different aspects of the universe and consider where I stand in it. If you're not into all that deep stuff, it's also just really fun to read. I mean, it's funny and it's John Green, so. The last book is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak, and it's my favorite book ever that has ever been written, ever. I love this book for a lot of reasons, and the first is the plot and the main character, Liesel. Liesel is kind of young, so she doesn't have a lot of adult experiences, and you get to see the world through the eyes of a young girl who's kind of naive, but extremely mature at the same time. Liesel is obsessed with words, and she loves reading, she loves books, and she looks at how Hitler took over a country through the use of words. And I never really thought of it that way, so this book offers a lot of perspective on different issues that you might never have considered in that way before. It's also narrated by death, which I think is extremely cool. Markus Zusak's writing is like nothing else I have ever read. I want to be an author, and when I write, I wish that I could make words the way Markus Zusak does. So this book is not only an inspiration to me as a person, but also as a writer. I can't really put my finger on any one thing that makes this my favorite book. It's just a collaboration of all these incredible elements that come together to create something that you really want to read and you really want to listen to and take away from and apply to your own life. So at any rate, I would highly, highly recommend this book to anyone who wants an amazing 2015 read or a 2016 read or an anytime read, because you can read it over and over and over again and it'll still be just as amazing. So, The Book Thief. So there were tons more books in 2014 that I thought were incredible, but I just chose this couple to share with you, and I hope that you read them and I hope that you like them, and that's kind of what YouTube is all about. It's sharing things that you love, and these are a couple of things that I love. Anyway, Happy New Year wherever you are. I hope you're having an amazing 2015 so far, and I hope it continues to get better. And that is all I got for today, so bye!